Racist cop arrests black woman in luxury car, unaware she's a police captain. Then, shocking. What if you were pulled over for no reason, judged not for your actions but simply for the color of your skin? Imagine the feeling of having your hard-earned success dismissed, being treated not as an accomplished individual but as a criminal. Picture this. You're driving down a scenic road in the car of your dreams, a bright red sports car that gleams under the sunlight. You've worked tirelessly to afford it, and as you cruise past, heads turn in admiration. Then, suddenly, flashing blue lights appear in your rearview mirror. Your heart sinks. You know you've broken no laws, so why are you being stopped? This is exactly what Captain Angela Harris experienced. A decorated officer with years of service, Angela was proud of her accomplishments. Yet, in that moment, none of it mattered. To the officer who stopped her, she was just a black woman driving an expensive car, and that alone made her a target. "Step out of the car," barked the officer's voice over the speaker. Angela complied, her mind racing to figure out what she could have possibly done wrong. As she opened the door, Officer Trent Walker approached, one hand resting on his weapon. "Is this your car?" he sneered, scanning her as if she didn't belong. "Have you ever felt the sting of being unfairly judged? Imagine being treated as though your success wasn't earned, as though you didn't deserve it." "Yes, officer," Angela replied calmly. "This is my car. Is there a problem?" Walker didn't care to listen. His tone dripped with condescension as he demanded her license and registration. Angela handed him the documents, only for him to snatch them out of her hand and barely glance at them before declaring, "This car must be stolen." What would you do if someone accused you of a crime you didn't commit, just because of how you look? Would you stay silent, or would you stand your ground? Walker didn't wait for answers. He began berating Angela, drawing the attention of bystanders. "I've seen people like you before," he said smugly. "You think you can steal a car like this and get away with it?" Angela's blood boiled. She wanted to shout, to reveal who she really was, but years of training had taught her to stay calm under pressure. Even so, she couldn't help but wonder, how many others had been victims of this man's abuse of power? As the situation escalated, Walker radioed for backup, smugly announcing that he had apprehended a suspected car thief. Angela stood humiliated, her dignity stripped away, as people gathered around to record the scene on their phones. Then, Walker did the unthinkable. He placed Angela in handcuffs despite her repeated attempts to explain, "I am Captain Angela Harris with the City Police Department." "You're making a grave mistake." Walker only laughed. "Nice try," he said mockingly. "I'm not falling for that." Angela knew she had to let the situation play out. She remained composed, even as rage simmered beneath the surface. The crowd murmured in disbelief, with some urging Walker to check her credentials, but he dismissed them all. How would you feel if the truth was staring someone in the face, and yet they refused to see it? Minutes later, Angela's colleagues arrived on the scene. Confusion turned to horror as they realized what was happening. One of them, Sergeant Williams, stepped forward, his face pale. "Trent, uncuff her. Now." Walker frowned. "Why?" "She's Captain Harris," Williams said sharply. "She's your superior." The color drained from Walker's face as the truth sank in. He stammered, trying to justify his actions, but it was too late. Angela's calm demeanor cracked as she turned to him, her voice steady but filled with authority. "You racially profiled me, humiliated me, and falsely arrested me. This will not go unaddressed. What do you think should happen to someone who abuses their power this way? Should they get a second chance, or face the full weight of justice?" The aftermath was swift. Walker was placed on administrative leave, and an internal investigation began. Video footage of the incident, captured by bystanders, went viral and sparked outrage across social media. Walker's actions were condemned at the highest levels, and the department issued a public apology to Angela, acknowledging the systemic issues that enabled such behavior. In the weeks that followed, Walker was terminated from the force and faced civil charges for violating Angela's right. Meanwhile, Angela used the incident as a platform to advocate for police reform and accountability. "This isn't just about me," she said during a press conference. "It's about ensuring no one else has to endure what I went through." So, how do you think we can prevent incidents like this? What role do we all play in holding people accountable? The story of Captain Angela Harris is a powerful reminder of resilience in the face of injustice. It also challenges all of us to stand up against discrimination, wherever it exists. What would you do if you saw someone being treated unfairly? Would you step in, stay silent, or take action to make a difference?